I have a few updates for you. The first update is from Bahirdar city. Ethiopian National Defense Force, Amhara forces are conducting massive recruitments and this process is continuing. We have some pictures from Bahirdar city. Secondly, we have been discussing the likely impact in case of Afar forces joining Amhara forces and ENDF, especially on Wolday Dasi fronts. Amhara news sources are claiming that Afar state president has said that war on Amhara is Afar's war. I haven't seen this statement so far, but it's a huge development if this statement is confirmed by a far state president. Thirdly, we have updates for you from Wolday, Dasi, Gashina, Gondar, Sikota, Kobo. Who is controlling these towns? Because misinformation and disinformation is prevalent about who is controlling these places. So who is controlling these places? According to my information, I'll try to update you. Firstly, we would have a look at these pictures. These pictures are from Bahirdar city. Ethiopian National Defense Force is conducting recruitments there and hundreds of Ethiopian youth has turned up there. So people are joining Ethiopian National Defense Force, Amhara forces in large numbers. We have been discussing in previous videos that on both sides, TDF and Amhara ENDF side, massive recruitments are underway. Ethiopian youth in Tigray, in Amhara, in Oromia is joining the forces in large numbers. Is Ethiopian National Defense Force planning to launch an offensive, a major offensive after the end of rainy season? That is why these recruitments are being conducted. Well, preparations are there, whether these preparations are defensive or offensive, but Ethiopian National Defense Force, Amhara forces are conducting massive recruitments. They have bought some weapons as well from Turkey, from Iran. Today we heard about North Korea that Ethiopia has purchased some rifles from North Korea. Luckily, rainy season is a little extended because September is underway. Still, rainy season is ongoing. So, rainy season might come to an end at the start of October. We could see a new phase of this war in October. Secondly, some Amhara news sources are claiming that Afar state president has said in a statement that war on Amhara is Afar's war. I haven't seen this statement so far. I haven't heard Afar president so far saying this thing. But if Afar state president has said such a thing, it would be a huge development. We have been discussing that if Afar and Amhara forces join, they can put pressure upon TDF, especially on Wolday Dasi fronts. If Afar forces attack these places from the east and Amhara ENDF from the west, we could see TDF under pressure on Dasi, Wolday, Marsa, Vichale fronts. We haven't seen so far the presence of Afar fighters. We haven't seen any offensive on TDF positions from Afar side. But Amhara news sources are claiming that Afar state president has said that war on Amhara is Afar's war. Afar state president has not rejected this statement as well, which is being attributed to him by Amhara news sources. But so far on ground, Afar forces have not joined Amhara forces so far. Lastly, viewers, what about Wolday, Dasi, Gashina, Sikota, Gondar? Who is controlling these key places? Firstly, DASI, you must have been hearing about DASI, that TDF has entered DASI. No, TDF has not entered DASI views. DASI is under full control of Amhara forces, Ethiopian National Defense Force. We can only talk about how close TDF is to DASI. TDF is not inside DASI so far. Wolday viewers, Wolday is under the control of Tigray Defense Force. We have seen several offensives from Amhara forces, ENDF, to take control of Wolday, but all these offensives have been repelled by Tigray Defense Force so far. Wolday is under the control of Tigray Defense Force. Thirdly, Gashina viewers. Gashina is a strategic place. We have been discussing the strategic significance of this place, Gashina. Who is in control of Gashina? Here, I am unable to say for sure who is in control of Gashina. I think both Amhara forces and Tigray Defense Force, they have their presence close to Gashina. Like we saw in Samre, that both the sides try to take control of Samre. They try to remain in places close to Samre. I think here, again, on Gashina front, we're seeing the same thing, that both ENDF, Amhara forces and TDF, they are trying to remain in control of strategic places close to Gashina. So it's difficult to say for sure who is in control of Gashina. Then we were Sikota. Sikota was retaken by Tigray Defense Force and Agao Liberation Front, which is basically Tigray Defense Force. Then we heard that Sikota has been retaken by Amhara forces. No, Sikota has not been retaken by Amhara forces. Sikota is still under Agao Liberation Front and Tigray Defense Force. Gondar Front, viewers. Of course, TDF has been repelled from Gondar Front. TDF has now advanced to the east of Gondar city. TDF was in control of strategic places along Gondar Debark fronts, but reportedly Gondar front is now under Amhara control. Eritrean forces are not trapped on this front. They are there. They can easily move between Western Tigray and Gondar. In North Wollo, TDF is in strong position. Lalibela, Wolday, Kobo still under TDF. Gashina status is unclear. Makath, parts of Makath have been retaken by Amhara forces. Makath is in North Wollo too, like Debre Zabit, Filakat, Agrit. These places are under Amhara control. Amhara forces have entered North Wollo from South Gondar, but still much of North Wollo is still under the control of Tigray Defense Force. I think for watching.